I don't understand my own mind. I have a very selective memory, but it prioritizes things quite strangely. For example, I can vividly remember being at a grocery store when I was young and my mother telling me to not pull items from the back of the shelf to the front because it would confuse the stalker people, that they would think that there was more items on the shelves than there actually were. I remember this quite clearly. But for some reason, my brain decided it was more important to remember that than when I was at my grandparents' house and it caught on fire and burned to the ground. I have no memory of this event. At all. But apparently I was in the house as it caught on fire and everything quickly became like super chaotic as they were trying to find everyone and get everyone ever outside. And do I remember any of this excitement? No. Number 2, I used to spend hours every day riding on this toy tractor-y thing. You know those like plastic Barbie Jeep things? It was one of those, but it was a manly tractor. I actually shared a photo of me on it in a video forever ago.
Oh, look at that face.
I mean, I was on this thing every day. And do I remember any of it? Not a second! The only reason I know how much I love this thing was because of all the photos and videos we have of me on it. But darn it, I can remember one specific night that me and my grandmother were walking down to our cucumber garden. I specifically remember thinking how big the leaves were. Like, they were as big as I was. And apparently my brain thought that little truth nugget was more important than all of those hours I spent on that thing. I am so sorry, Mom. Your money wasn't wasted. I'm sure I had a lot of fun. I think. And finally, continuing on this little theme of me not remembering times I almost died. When I was really young, for a short period of time, we lived in a house with a pool because my grandfather's job was a pool installer. That's what he did. That's a pretty awesome job. So one day, my mother and I were playing in it, and then she had to leave to answer the phone. Wait, what?
Back in my day, our telephones were corded to the wall. We didn't have any of this fancy schmancy rectangle-y stuff. We had real telephones.
So she asked my dad to watch me as she got up to answer it. Well, my dad didn't hear her. So I'm unsupervised in a pool. So my mom gets back and she finds me laying on the bottom of the pool, eyes open, apparently staring at her. Not struggling or anything, just laying there. Completely motionless. I very nearly died. And do I remember any of that? Nope. So what do I remember? What did my brain decide to override that exciting memory with? Throwing a fit because my mother came to pick me up from my grandma's. And I didn't get to finish watching the episode of Teletubbies that we were watching. I specifically remember my grandmother offering for us to take it home, and my mother rejecting the offer. Why, Brain? Why do you choose to delete such exciting memories in favor of such mundane ones? I don't understand. And for the record, Mom, you were wrong. I work at a store now, and I'm constantly having to pull items from the back of the shelf to the front. This makes sure that the stuff in the back doesn't just sit there and go bad. So everything on the shelf is nice and fresh. So, sorry, Mom. Still love you, though.